It's Miami. They lost 4 games last year at the buzzer. One that the head coach Mario Cristobal just simply gave away. Remember that game against Georgia Tech? Mm-hmm. They opened the season at Florida, and they couldn't make Jeff Darlington a very unhappy man that first weekend. He may have to go back to the toilet looking for an iguana.
Jeff is a Florida alum. How about you, Heather? Most underrated team?
Greeny, Paul and I agree. It's definitely Miami. Mario Cristobal has done an excellent job recruiting. This is arguably the most talented team in the ACC. Paul's right, though. No one's ever going to forget that Georgia Tech game. Take a knee, please. As long as you don't do that and you parlay the talent into wins, this is a team capable of beating Florida State, winning the ACC. They only leave the state of Florida 4 times all season. They could be the unofficial state champs this year.
I'm hoping that Paul Feinbaum and Heather Dinich are correct when asked who is the most underrated team in college football. 19th ranked Miami Hurricanes. Season starts 1 week from today up in Florida against the Gators. They're not the only people, Vlad, that are talking about this Miami team being sneaky good.
Well, I'm not. Your cousin's been saying it for the past 3 months that I expect them to be in the playoffs this year.
Greg McElroy of ESPN has gone as far as saying, of course, they're going to win the ACC. They're going to be the 3rd seed in the college football playoffs. The 3rd seed in all of college football.
So he's basically saying, because if you guys don't get it, he's saying that the Big Ten and the SEC is the 2 top conferences in college football. So the top 2 seeds in this year's playoff will probably be the Big 12 champion and the Big 10 champion, the SEC champion.
Yeah, he has Georgia as one of the teams as the number 1 overall seed.
Dude, Georgia's got a tough schedule, man.
Yeah,
out the gate they start off against Clemson.
Yes, sir. And you never know what you're going to get with Clemson. You could get the good Clemson or you get the bad Clemson.
You could get angelic Dabo. You could get satanic Dabo. Who knows?
Justice Sandel, writing for Sports Illustrated, wrote an opinion piece that says an undefeated Miami Hurricanes will win the ACC.
I don't know if they're going undefeated.
Okay. Justice gives us reasons. First, if you haven't noticed, the roster is loaded. You have Cam Ward. He's preseason ACC Player of the Year. Ruben Bain on the defensive side. Got the wide receiver core that's supposed to be experienced and deep. You've got Damian Martinez transferring in as a running back from Oregon State. So he thinks the roster is loaded. He has more reasons why. And you heard Heather Dinich say they barely leave the state of Florida. They get a not so great Florida team the first week. Can be a little bit of a tricky wicket as always, but nonetheless, they have a bye week after traveling across the country to play against Cal. So they're going to have some time as they play against Cal. We'd like to make that trip also. Hurricanes will remind the country they're a premier powerhouse in college football under year 3 from the beginning. The University of Miami. FSU, of course, has to come to Hard Rock Stadium. You got the home field advantage for that.
And they're down right now.
Yes. By that time, they may have a different quarterback. I don't want to get into that though right now.
This guy, he wants DJ out, man.
I'm just making an observation. They're losing to Georgia Tech right now in the 4th quarter by a touchdown. But now we always say, or at least I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. We're hearing people now say, Vlad, you're one of them. You're hearing Paul Feinbaum. You're hearing Heather Dinich. We're reading on Sports Illustrated Justice Sandel, ESPN's Greg McElroy, saying that this team is going to shock people how good they are. Some people are saying they're undefeated. I don't know. Undefeated is a really long way to go, but a 3rd seed in the college football playoff sounds like this team.
I didn't see
there's fire.
I didn't see that there would be a 3 seed.
No. You said, but there's 12 teams that are going to make
12 teams. I thought they were probably. I expected them to have 2 losses this year. But the losses were going to hurt them in their